Alright, welcome back everyone. Today is episode number 3 in the new series. I've been having a lot of fun doing this, and to start things off, I'm going to pretty much end where I finished the tutorial, or I guess the intro, sorry, for the last episode. I realized after I dropped down here to show you where I went for the mine, I didn't build a way up. So we have a fall chute, but there's no way up. So actually on this side of this wall, I'm hopeful that there's some wood in here. I haven't checked. If not, looks like we'll just dig and pillar at the same time. Pretty much just jump and right click when you're at the highest peak, and that will allow you to place blocks underneath you. I'll show you here in a second. Yeah, no wood. Alright, so it looks like we are going to be pillaring up, and I only have the one iron pick. Oh, I do have some wood here. That means ladders. So actually, let's go ahead and make some ladders, and I will show you how to do that. Also, if you right click when you have your log in here and click once with the left mouse, it's going to build as many as possible of whatever shows up in here. So now that we have this, split those in half by right clicking, and do the same. Shift and left click gives you all the sticks you need. Now to make ladders, it's that for a recipe. Now it's 7 sticks, and that makes 3 ladders. So I don't know if 27 is going to be enough, so let me just do this one more time here. That should definitely be enough to make it all the way. If not, we can come back. So what you do is you go to your ladders, you just right click on a solid block, and that allows you to climb up. And if you're on a ladder, you can just not touch anything, and you will slowly go down. It is such a slow process though when you consider how fast it is falling, so I never really take ladders down unless it's a small distance. That's just not worth jumping. So what I'm going to do right now is actually take this cobblestone, and I have a feeling that iron pickaxe isn't going to last very long. So I'm actually going to make a stone one. Maybe 2 just to be safe. Because I do want to make it to the top. So, here I go. Alright, welcome back. So I made it all the way up to here, and I think I'm actually going to leave this little gap here for now. I don't really know why. I feel it's just easier to hop up from a ladder. So yeah, what I'm going to do now, actually, you know what? I think this is going to be easier. If I actually section them off completely, and I'll just use a couple more ladders to get to here, and then I can just pop over. So last episode I talked about how I came out of this mine and it was night and I didn't bring a bed with me. Well, you won't believe what happened again. It's nighttime, and that means mobs are spawning everywhere. I see skeleton and spider over here, and more skeletons. We have some zombies, and I am just going to try to run as fast as I can past all of these. Oh gosh, hate this part. So what can be very dangerous is once you get creepers, you don't want them to follow you into any one of your builds. As long as they still see you, they will explode. Now I don't know if I've actually shown what a creeper does when it blows up, so I see one here. Let me just go and get him to sizzle and explode. They're horrible. They wreck builds all the time. There is nothing worse in my eyes than having a creeper blow something up that you've just created. Alright, so I gotta run in here, shut these doors, and hopefully I'll be able to sleep. Nope, because there's monsters nearby. So they do leave you alone once you they don't have any visuals on you. So I'm just gonna keep trying this. I gotta make a new pick. Maybe I'll do that while I wait. Alright. Now let's go try it. There we go. So now the cool thing is, with all those mobs out there, having something like a bow makes things very easy. To just pop up here and take aim at all of these things burning. If they burn and die on their own, they don't actually drop any experience. But if you're able to take a bow and shoot one, which I will show you right now, since I believe we do have string on me still, so let's do that. Now I gotta remember how to do this. I think it's... Aha, it is this. So this is a recipe, 3 sticks, 3 string, and I do have some arrows here. So to shoot an arrow out of a bow, you just scroll over to your bow, and you can right click and hold. Now you'll get good at this aim. There we go. That was a very good first shot to show it. Let's see if I can get him for... Oh, what a snipe. Did you guys see that? That's a distance. So that guy now dropped experience, which is great, and it now means that every night that we fall asleep, we can come and do this. And the great part about that is getting string early game is really hard to do, because I tend to sleep the nights away. For that reason, I don't like to really be out in the world fighting mobs, so I'm going to run over here and get this experience. Oh, and any arrow that you've missed, like this one, you can pick them back up, which is really great. And there we go, we have gunpowder. So if you kill a creeper, they will sometimes drop gunpowder. Now you see these are from skeletons and zombies. So this is rotten flesh and those were bones. And they will drop from skeletons and from zombies. And they are, I guess, mob drops. To me, I think the best ones, I don't really have a purpose for rotten flesh. You are able to trade it to villagers, but I just don't really use it very often. Ooh, more arrows. So, to me, the best ones are actually string and bones, and they're just used for so many things. You guys saw me bone meal some plants over there. I believe the pumpkins is what I used it for. Speaking of the pumpkins, they are grown. And always make sure when you see stuff grown that are fully grown that you go and you get rid of it. It just allows more of that one thing to grow. So yeah, that's always what I do. Even if I don't need it at the time, it's always better. So I'm going to do that to these two. So let me plant this all back up. I'm going to get rid of it all and plant it on all 3 of these, and I will be right back. Alright, welcome back everyone. So I got the crops all taken care of, and look at that, there's already more pumpkins. We got quite a few crops. The last few I used a lot of potatoes on, just for more of a food source. So these top 2 here I made the potatoes and carrots, and then the other ones are carrots and wheat. So those will be all very useful once we get these villagers out and start trading with them. But before we do that, there's a few other things that we need to do. And one is, man, my inventory is getting full, and I am out of storage space. As you can see, the chest in here is a cluttered mess. So today we are going to do our first actual build. So first things first, I'm going to try to get rid of as much of this as possible. I am actually going to make some more chests. So the build that we're going to do today is just a simple storage. So right now I'm just going to throw down some of these chests just to clear my inventory, and then I'll see what we're going to use. But I think I might actually try to use some spruce. I told you it's one of my favorites. And I do have that sapling that we planted, and I should definitely go chop that down. And we have 7 logs here. So birch is a whole lot lighter, and then you have your oak, and then spruce. You also have dark oak as well. And there's a few different trees. There's acacia, which is gray bark with orange in the middle, and that comes from a jungle, which we haven't found yet. Those are oak trees there. That's oak trees, oak and birch. And where did we find the spruce? I actually think the spruce is over past that little swamp. Oh, I keep stepping on that. I gotta move this. So let me go chop down the spruce tree and get some more wood, and I will start crafting a little building. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to tear one of these down and turn one of them into my storage. These are okay to start with, but they're really small, and when you put a double chest in here, it takes up quite a room. Like, you can't really fit too many, so we're going to need to make it a little bigger. So let me get on that, and I will be right back. Alright, welcome back. So I went and chopped down a couple of those oak trees, a few spruce as well. Not as much spruce as I was like, but I planted some more saplings. And before I get that started, the last thing I'm going to do is maybe go see if I can breed those sheep a couple more times. Oh, I put the wheat out here. I'm going to try to breed up those cows as well, just because I'm getting a little tired of eating potatoes. They just don't fill your hunger bar as much as I wish, so let's get that started. So there was quite a few more this time, so that's really good. Hopefully that gave us, oh, look at that, and it's still going. So while that's still pumping in there, I'm going to go through here, try to breed up these cows. There we go. That should be, well, that should at least turn that 4 into 6, so that's really good. Let's see what the final count, oh, just 20, perfect. So I'm going to get this cooking too. So what we're actually going to do is, the little building next to us seems like a good option, and I think that's what I'm going to start with. So I think we're going to tear this one down, and I do like this look a lot. This is called stripped logs. Now you can do that for all of them. All it requires is an axe, and you right click on the log and it strips it. Now that's actually going to irritate me, so I'm going to replace that, but I am going to use that stripped look, but I'm not going to use it for pillars the way they did. So I'll show you what I'm going to do here, but I am going to need these. I'll put that away, cook this, and grab some iron, come back here to the crafting table. Oh, this is why you need a good storage, because organization is key. That's actually something that I learned from another YouTuber called Slipgator. He used to do Minecraft a long time ago, when I started watching him, at least 4 or 5 years ago, when I was kind of into Minecraft, but I don't think he does anymore. So I'm just going to come through. That was really good timing. I also realized instead of making an axe, I just made a pick. Yep, this is multitasking at its finest. Yep. Alright, oh, I gotta make another one. Give me one sec. So we're gonna, actually, you know what, I'm just gonna use this pick right now and tear this down. So first we're gonna start with the cobble. And so when you're building something, my first thought always is the footprint. How long, how big, how tall do you want it? Do you want it multiple floors? And what I think I'm actually going to do is, instead of really making this too big, because I don't think I'm going to stay in this village. It's always fun to be in a village to start, but to be honest, I like to build my own little cities and stuff, and as we explore, I'm sure I'll find some cool places. I even thought about building over there in the Badlands just because, and we could turn this village here into an actual little village. We'd wall it off, light it up, and just let the villagers roam free, which will be really cool. So let me, you know what, I'm going to do this. I am going to make some diamond tools. I think it's about time. First one's going to be an axe. Then the pick. If you haven't figured it out, these are the recipes for those. And there's also this cool little book here that actually turns off and on your crafting recipes. And this here is showing what you can craft based on what's in your inventory. If you turn that off, you can actually scroll through pretty much everything that you can learn in the game. So when you find new items, you're able to make them. So let's switch these up here and do this. So I am going to tear this all down, and I will be right back. Alright, welcome back. So first things first, what I do when I am building is I have to think about that footprint, how much room I need, and so this is what I usually do. So I grab my torches, and I think I want my back corner to be here, which means if we have a wall of chests, we can either put them this way in 2 spots, or we can line them up this way and stack maybe 3. So I think I want to do maybe, let's see, if I stack 4 high, that means I can do, let's do 20. So let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the chests, 1 for the corner. And that's not too bad. But then those blocks, those chests are going to come to here, and then we're going to have another wall here. And I think 20 chests should be good enough for what we're doing now. You know what? I think that's what we're going to do. And then I will come out to here just to give us some room. We can put some maybe furnaces. So let me actually bump this back to here and to here. The other thing is odd and even numbers. So if you have an even amount of numbers, it means the middle of your building is actually between blocks, and I absolutely hate when that happens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, that's not going to work. Let's bring it back to 5. That means the middle of our building will be here, and if we go out 1 from here, there we go. Bump this back, and where's that? Here. Alright, so this is essentially the footprint of the building. I like to do it in torches. Some people just do it in logs, but to be honest, that means you have to chop them down. So it's not that big of a building, but I think we're going to do it a little bit different than mostly what we see here, just because these I guess structures that just are built in, they're okay, but I mean, that pink, That's not a big fan. So what I'm actually going to do is for the base, I'm going to do cobblestone. So I'm going to skip the corner because I do want pillars just like that. Skip the corner. There we go. And 5. Alright. So I tend to like to do a little walkway as well, and I will show you how I do that. But first, let's knock these torches out and fill this in. I tend not to enjoy the look of it, but you can actually cook this down in a furnace. I'll show you what that does. So, not in a blast furnace. I believe that's only for ore. Yeah. So, what you can do is... Oh, I need more coal in here. Let's steal this coal. Put it in here. So, once this smelts up, it actually turns back into regular stone. You'll see that here in just a second. The regular stone is what you normally mine. So now this, in my eyes, doesn't really look the greatest either. It's great for filling in areas that you may have chopped out and don't want cobblestone look. But what I tend to do with stone, if I am going to use it, is once you get 4 pieces, you can put it into a crafting stone or crafting bench, and you can make stone bricks, which is right here. And the brick looks really good, but I'm not going to get into that right now either. Alright, so what we're going to do here is knock these out. I think I'm actually going to knock these out too. And I'll start building my pillars. Now I usually tend to, if this is the floor, go up 4 or 5. So as you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's pretty much where I want to be for my rooftop. We are going to be putting 4 chests, so we might even go 6 just to give us some clearance, because 1, 2, 3, 4. We would need 5 at least on top of this, so 6 in total. So let me do that. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is going to hurt. You will take some fall damage, but that's what food's for. 6. Oh, I can't get that rhythm down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we are 1 short. What are the chances that we are 1 short? You know what though? That's not a bad idea. That will give us a space in the back for the chests. And yeah, I think that might actually work out. Yeah, so let's do that. The chests will be here and they will go up. And as long as we have a space above them, even the top chest can open. If there's something above a chest, it won't open. It's like the real world. You stick something on top of a chest, you're not able to open it. So I think I'm actually going to take this down. We're going to make it a sloped roof on one side. I think that might look cool if it tapers down this way. So what I was talking about with the stripped logs is, oh, I don't want that. So what I'm actually going to do is the sides are what I'm going to use. I think they look really good as a side block. I'll show you what I mean here. Oh no. That is a pillager raid. This is going to be tough. I don't know if I am actually prepared for this. I have my bow. Do I have arrows? Of course not. Where are they? They're in the chest where the pillagers are. So, Oh boy, this is gonna be dodgy. Oh, I think they see me. So that guy right there is someone I do not want to kill. So these guys have crossbows and they are really difficult. I was not ready to do this battle, and I've already ran out of arrows. Here we go. Oh. There we go. And now I just gotta rush away. I do not want to kill the guy with the banner. I think the only thing I can do now is get him to follow me this direction, and hopefully I can lead him astray. Now they will follow for quite a distance. Now the problem is it's also nighttime now. So this is going to be difficult, and he's about to kill me. Alright, come here, buddy. You follow me this way. We're gonna go into some water. So I know that that at least slows you down. So I'm gonna do a big loop around this little peninsula. Oh gosh, look at that. There is a sunken ship right off this peninsula. And I would not have known that if it wasn't for that guy. Alright, so he's stuck in some water now. I gotta rush back and sleep while I can. Whew, that was not fun. Alright, so I'm going to try to stay underwater as much as possible. You'll see right above my food bar that there's bubbles. Those are obviously your air. Don't let those lower. They start then hurting you. So, and also when you're underwater, your normal swim speed is pretty slow. But if you click the control button, you actually tend to swim faster. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so this is normal swim speed, slow. And if you press control, you swim a little bit faster, just enough to make it worthwhile. I should actually put a boat around him. Since there's a few of them, I'm not going to. But that's good to know. So many mobs. Well, that was fun. Pillagers, they're the worst. I'm just happy that there's nothing around me and that I can get that to happen. I knew it was only a matter of time since we are so close, and I could see one, I guess a pillager building off in that distance when we were searching for cows. But yeah, that's fine. We made it. Barely, but we did. So, I'm going to go back to doing this. Alright, so once I get these 4 walls put in place, I will come back. Alright, welcome back. So far this is what I have. I decided to do oak planks in the front just to break up the same color. But what we're actually going to do is some of those vines that we clipped earlier we're going to use. And we do have some mossy cobblestone from tearing this down. So what I'm actually going to do is place a couple pieces of it here and there. Mossy cobblestone is just essentially vines mixed with cobblestone, and it creates that gradient, which is really nice to build with. I'm actually going to steal that one and put a piece of regular cobblestone in there. I might do that for a couple more too, but you know what? Let's do this one here in the front. Switch that over, and I don't think I'll do any on the back, but I will do a couple right there on the side just to make it a little more. And the more things that you can add and create depth, that is something that you're going to see a big change. Another thing I like to do a lot of the times is put a stair. So if you're right clicking, you look at the bottom of the block, your stair, actually, it's the top of the block. Don't mind me. So if you look at the top of the block. There we go. It places upside down. Gives you a little more depth as well. I think I might do that for these. And that way when we put the roof on, it'll create a little more. I think I'm actually going to make some cobblestone stairs to go on each of the pillars that will hold the roof up as well. And for here, instead of stairs, I'm actually going to do slabs. I'm going to take some wood. Let's see what we got. We got only a little left. Well, that's not very good. That's alright. We'll just make a couple. I think I'm probably going to make the roof out of spruce, since we do have a little bit of it, and I do like the color of the wood. But we'll make it slabs. Slabs will make that last a little longer. It's going to be a flat roof. It's not going to be a peaked one. To be honest, I just don't really like going through and having to place stairs like that. So this is one stair here, and then this is an upside down stair with a stair on top of it. And to do that repeatedly, it takes a lot of wood too. And I'm just not really looking forward to that. So, alright, so as you can see, this is how I did the chests inside. I did want to put another row of chests, but again, each time you do that, it's 8 pieces of wood, and we are running low, even though I have some trees planted over here. So I think this is fine for now. We will do like wood here, stone, and then we'll do ores. We'll do food, and then we'll do miscellaneous. And this will just be mob drops and all the little farm pieces and grass and all the random stuff that we have. Now I did put 2 torches right here and here, and right beside these is going to be a wall of furnaces. And I think if we have enough iron, I might put an anvil here. We'll see. But I do also have to go and grab some sand. And when you put sand into a smelter, it turns it into glass, and we do need some glass. Now I might do glass panes as well, just to I don't know, give some more depth rather than it being flush. And I'll show you the difference. Is I'm going to show you chests. So if you place the first chest, one here and one here, they connect. But if you're doing it in any other fashion, I'll show you here. So to put a chest on top of a chest, it doesn't work. All it does when you right click to place it is open the chest. But if you actually crouch by holding shift and you shift right click, it places one. Now if you go next to it and you do the same thing, they don't attach. So what you have to do is shift click the side of that chest, and that just allows you to be able to stack chests like this. But I'm actually going to take this down for now and remove these. Alright, so what we're going to do now is get that spruce perfect built into some slabs. That should be enough. Might not be. We might have to wait and get some more, because I don't really want to turn it all into slabs. And then we're also going to put this in here. Oh look, that stone's ready. Maybe I'll put some stone brick on the bottom as well to give it a little more texture. Oh, and we got some more recipes. That's pretty cool. Let's add this. And it's fun to do that to the floor too. You can add different, I mean, your floor doesn't have to be uniform. If you just place random bits and pieces of different stone, it tends to look pretty good sometimes. So you can see like that has already added some character to this build, just by doing simple things like that. So I always suggest playing with some stuff. I think what I'm actually going to do, I have some stone. I might actually put some of that down too, just to see how it looks. Maybe right there. You always try to make it random too. Yeah, actually, that doesn't look too bad. So let me place one maybe under this torch. And I like building with variety too. I think it just, honestly, it adds so much more. That floor looked so plain before. And I think another block that I do have, or I saw, andesite. So andesite looks pretty good too, and you can polish it. I don't remember if that is smelted. No, I think you need 4 pieces of it. Andesite right there. So I think I can do that. There we go. Polished andesite. So you can do that with diorite and granite. Diorite is white. Looks like my diorite is down in the mine for now, but that's fine. So I'm going to add a little bit of this because I think that block looks really good. And actually, I might do 2 right there. So yeah, so I always try to keep the same color family. I think I'm actually going to change. Yeah, let's just change that one. I don't know, could look bad. It's not bad. No, it is bad. I don't like that. I'm putting it back to cobble. I don't really like to mess with things in doorways. I feel like it tends to look weird. So let me just do that, and maybe this, we're not going to see those, so yeah, you know what, maybe one more. I don't know, I might be overdoing it, but I think that floor looks a whole lot better now. I don't know, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Maybe I'm crazy. Alright, so I'm gonna finish up this build with the roof, and I will be right back. Alright, welcome back. So a few little updates. I decided to change those just to slabs, and I put a slab piece over the door. Now this is what the roof ended up looking like. I don't mind it, not sure if I'm going to keep that part up there. I might actually go and completely remove it. So this is the other update right here. So these are glass blocks. They are big giant blocks of glass, and these are glass panes. As you can see, that adds a little depth, and when you're building with blocks, I feel depth is the best. To make glass panes, you actually need 6 pieces of glass. And they actually go in these top 6 spots of your crafting table. Do I have more glass? Oh, I have a lot of glass. So I'll show you. Just like that. And that gives you 16 panes, which is a pretty good trade-off. Yeah. Anyway, so I finished that up. I'm going to get everything moved over into these chests for the next episode. Oh, and there's few rogue slabs in here. I'm gonna get this lit up and maybe do some decorating, and I will see you guys in the next episode. It's been a blast building with you. I hope you guys enjoy my building style. I think, to be honest, once this gets decorated, it's gonna look a lot better than this. But yeah, so thanks a lot for hanging out with me today, and I will see you on the next episode. If you are enjoying these, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me greatly. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.